Facebook Live. Like I said, Kevin and Cole, y'all should get at the reunion. Y'all should race tonight. Y'all should race at the reunion. Because y'all two was the fastest. Y'all the two. No, you know who else beat me? Michael Sanders beat me too. Sorry for using y'all government, but shit.
Yeah, look.
Sorry, y'all. Hopefully none of y'all want it anyway.
There you go.
So
We live on YouTube now.
I'm here with my man Marc5. That's the other part of the Goodfellas. Hey, I ain't even shit theme song. I ain't get no theme song.
Neither do I. That's just some shit I'm doing.
I ain't get no theme song.
That's some shit I just
It's
do.
damn sure my theme song was damn sure won't be returning to Mac. 'Cause I ain't macking a goddamn thing when we go on Facebook. It's just like that. Y'all hear that in the background? Who out of pocket that cold? If you don't cut it out, Kev talking about set it up. Softness. Rosalind Bird must be drunk. She must have had something to drink. Okay, so Deanna No Love Brown says the curve, and the thick, and the way that it's drawn. Oh, the thongs and the boy shorts. Hey man, you about to get somebody in trouble, man. For real. Woo, them boy shorts. I seen somebody go on their prom in some boy shorts. She went on her prom in some boy shorts and a whole time. Yeah, but that's what we want to know. I want to know, what is it? Kev, you can maybe answer this, Kev. Besides it just looking good in a pair of jeans, because every ass that's round ain't round. You know that, right? Take them pants off and oh my god, everything just fall. Like the cake has fallen, anime. The cake fallen. Listen, tune in and let me know what y'all think about that. I just think that it's a lovely thing, and it used to be all black women. I seen a Korean woman the other day. Oh my god! Woo! Sushi had a wagon. I said, God damn! If G would have saw that one, he probably would have succumbed to that too. She had a donkey. I'm gonna get in trouble when I go home. I'm using this as a disclaimer too. You booted up over there?
Yeah, we on it. We live.
Okay, so we're live here on Sador Radio. That was just
we just great coming back. You might as well stay on.
okay. That was just me ranting about a little bit of the topics, and you know me, I'm silly like that, like the laugh. But once again, tune into Sador Radio on YouTube. You can catch us there live right now. Of course, we're on Facebook Live, and our main source is SadorRadio.com. If you tune into that, you can listen to us live without having to watch these handsome faces that y'all tuning in and watching right now. Hey, Celia, I see you. The boy, them at the doctors. Yeah, listen. That's another thing, man. With women, Mark, I just don't understand. Like, a lot of them have to, they got to stop, man. Y'all want a real man, y'all got to be, a lot of them got to be real women. And I'm not talking about a lot of y'all, because I know a lot of y'all real women when it comes to body parts anyway. Man, listen, I went to the Go-Go Club a couple weeks ago, and the chick was dancing, and a titty fell off. I mean, look, listen, you're laughing, but I'm being serious. The whole titty fell off. I'm like, damn. You know, I'm like, for real though? Like, and it wasn't like it was, you know how you go to the doctor, they go to the doctor and they get them, you know, the things pushed all up in them.
Right.
She must have had the suction cup, the cheek junk. She had the cheek junk. The whole titty went left. And I'm like, damn, you know, but how could you say you want a real man? What if you got a dude and you got him home and he just took his whole leg off? And he was like 4 foot short after that. Guy, what you talking about, Gal? So you said a good topic is about real booty and fake booty. I mean, listen, I guess it's theirs if they boarded it theirs anyway. But yeah, it's a lot that's going on with this world and with women. And if y'all talk about the men with skinny jeans, y'all need to recant and go back and start talking about some of these women with. I seen a woman with something between her legs. I didn't know what it was. Whether it was a banana, it damn sure wasn't a camel toe. Like it was ridiculous. And if it was, she needs surgery. She really do, because something was wrong with that. It really was. You know, because camel toes ain't that damn big. She had a real camel between her legs, dog. I don't know what the hell it is. And that's pretty clear over there.
Yeah, that's the YouTube.
Y'all need to go to YouTube. YouTube is in high def.
Yeah, it is. That's just crazy, right?
Rosalind, I just want to let y'all know, don't never go to Walmart with my neighbor.
That's Facebook Live.
Facebook Live over there.
YouTube
Okay.
over there.
YouTube, well, we got everything going
Phone
on.
over
in this
there.
joint. Phone. Hey, give us a call. 215-909-6070. Give us a call. I'm trying to wait for my co-host to sit down, and then we're going to take it somewhere else.
After
But
this song, we're going to go on a regular.
right after the song, we really going to go in with these topics. I'm just trying to warm y'all up. What you say? They sell them at what? Easy. They sell asses at Easy Pickings.
Is it how the size? How they say the sizes? I'm curious about that.
Well, Nicole, like,
The
listen.
sizes. What do they
How
say?
do a woman just walk up in the store and be like,
Can I get an ass?
would they ask for a Trina ass, or do they ask for a Nicki Minaj ass? Like, how do you do that?
We going on the radio. Ready?
And 3, 2, 1. We're live on Sador Radio. I'm DJ Manny Strong.
And I'm Mr. Marc5.
Listen, this man got echoes and everything.
Look,
I ain't got that on my
Look, explosions and shit. Who we're the hoes.
Yeah, but I want to know. Nicole, tell me how they do it. That wasn't a woman. That was a man. That was your son Hassan Cookie? Dressed in drag?
Oh shoot, I got my earphones.
No, but listen,
We're on the
seriously.
radio. Keep talking.
I just want to know,
What the hell I tuned into?
how do you order an ass? Like, do they sell them a small, medium, or large? Do you really just go to the counter? Like, as a woman, how do you feel ordering some fake boobs or fake camel toe or fake ass?
You
Like,
said
how that work?
fake camel toe.
Because one thing I don't know about men, like I rock gray sweatpants and it is what it is. I don't put no socks down there and none of that. I don't think a lot of men go to the counter and ask for, oh, give me size 11 and a half penis. So how does that work? Hey, Miss Tucker, I need to know.
Yup. She said yup. What she saying yup to? What you talking about yup? Yup to what?
I don't know. Hey, Chippy,
She said
congratulations on the new store, Chippy. We're gonna come and raid that store real soon.
Oh yeah, congratulations. Yeah, you told me about that.
But can a woman chime in and let me know how do other women order asses or the fake boobs and all of that?
Let me log on this joint, make sure we sound good.
And Nicole said there's no shame to the fake ass fools that walk right in. They walk right up and buy it, huh?
So, but let me ask you something, Nicole. Is it the men's fault that it's popular, or is it the women? Like, is it our fault because we be like, ooh, look at that. Ooh. Like, who's to blame for these fake asses taking over the world? They taking over the world.
Yeah,
That's what I want to know. Like, is it our fault?
I mean, I would like to say that it's not my fault because a lot of these women with nice bodies and whatever, even though I'm married, basically you can tell what's going down after the first couple words that come out of their mouth.
I ain't gonna yell out names like DJ Manny Strong, but someone said, can y'all find out why people eating ass so heavy now?
I can answer that question because me and a couple of my friends, you wasn't one of them, Mark.
Oh no, I don't.
We had a conversation about eating a vajayjay. Being as though a lot of women now chemical imbalance is off, they said that it's causing a lot of throat cancer for men. So
Well,
men are now not eating the vagina. And they're solely saying that now the ass is more cleaner than the vagina.
so the ass is the new mill.
The ass is the new meal ticket. So that's what they're doing now. And one of my friends is a doctor. And this is how we got on a conversation. And even though I stopped eating my meal after that, because I don't like peanut butter like that.
She said,
But
wait a minute. Don't
that's the
talk
scenario.
about fake booze because the real ones turn on me.
You know what, Shalia? I ain't messing with you. That's Shalia. It's a difference,
Hey,
though.
hey
Look,
man, listen. That's a real rap, man. Me and my homies was just talking. See, he just said that. We just talked about that, about eating ass. Like, and it's crazy though, because a lot of men don't know nothing about eating ass.
well, I don't know nothing about that.
You said that was
Maybe
fine
a
with me.
slip or something, maybe like, ooh, whoa. But it ain't gonna be like,
Oh, you slipped up?
Look,
Yeah.
cats be like, yeah, I ain't never eat. Yo, stop lying. You know you slipped.
It's too
once,
close
like,
not to.
Yeah. Ain't no, no ass guard that you use when you.
Hey, but it's funny though, because not one woman came on here and gave me a description of how you go to the counter and order ass.
But see, what's crazy? Real talk. If a man slip and a woman go, ooh, he gonna keep eating because he know he going.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
oh, wait a minute, I got something here. I struck those.
I mean, I think the freak in me would allow me to, but that's not my goal. That's just not, I just think until you come out and
It's like, yo, look at this.
go Peter Pan fishing. It gets like that at times, but I'm still stuck on this booty thing. I mean, it do look good, and like women, I give y'all credit because it takes so much. It shouldn't take so much because half of y'all beautiful anyway, especially if you're beautiful inside. But it seems like it take y'all 30 hours to get ready just to go to the supermarket. Like who you seeing? The butcher and shit? Take you forever to get dressed.
And again, my question is, maybe people on the live can he said the live can answer this. Is it the man's fault for going for the fake stuff that is starting to interfere with the natural women? Like, oh, I gotta go get one. Are they doing things not because they want to, but because they feel as though they have to, because the fake ass take over?
No, you know what I think it is? And one of the women can call in and answer this, or a man. Call us at 215-909-6070 to answer that question. But what I really think it is, this is what I think it is. I think that a lot of women are caught up watching, and y'all say y'all don't. Y'all watch these internet chicks with the little waists and big bubble asses. You know that their bodies is like that on social media anyway, and they're getting them checks. So you figure to keep up in the race, this is what you have to do.
Well, Yvette said yes. And back to the slip up. One of the in the mix hosts said that you can slip up, but going straight in, that's a different story.
Hey, what's going on, Mike? Mike Jackson. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. What you say? F no, huh, man? Hey, listen. I know some people that just, like I said, me, I'm open. I talk about everything. Some people
Right.
go straight here, but the real conversation was that a lot of men are catching throat cancer from eating
Vagina.
the vagina because the women are not taking care of
Their vagina.
the pussy cat. Y'all letting the pussy cat be a straight cat. What the phony ass on your back?
So the question is, remember how women always complain that they don't want no smelly testicles and stuff like that? Now men don't want no
I don't want throat cancer.
cancer. Yeah. So it
No Roger,
goes,
no rerun, no rent.
yeah. So now is the scoreboard is tied. You know what I mean?
Hey, listen, we can go on for days about this with women just as well as with men. And I don't want to make it a woman or a man bashing thing because these dudes with these tight ass pants on, man, they're making me sick to my stomach. and we need to do something with this. And my son just did it, and he looked cool in it for a minute, but you know me, I still said something with these fucking high ass water pants. Like get that shit, get that trend back. You know what I mean? Let whoever brought that shit back have it back, and let's try something else. You know, each era had its thing, but god damn,
Yeah,
tight ass pants, man. Then it's crazy because I can see a skinny dude throwing some skinny jeans on, but you fat motherfuckers throwing them on, man. And it's muffin tops and backs all out. Like I, come on, man. Nobody want to see that with your drawers all hanging. You know what I mean? Fat back ass motherfuckers, them little ass jeans on.
Oh, that's facts. Someone said, well, let's say,
And you fat motherfuckers, I can fight. So don't run up on me, be mad because I talked about you them low ass jeans. I ain't got to worry about you anyway. One move and you fucking gonna bust your back. Low ass jeans on.
well, I don't see anything wrong with the booty pop.
The what?
The booty pop. That's what someone said. And then another woman said, real men appreciate the dimples and stretch marks on the body. It disappears when you arch your back.
Hey, listen, and I agree. The older that I get, and I ain't the fuck old. Only thing old on me is my hairline. That's been that with you forever. But listen, it's funny though because the older that I get, um, the more that I looked at at a woman changes.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if that's because my white body is changing, but I start to see different things as beauty.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like I just said earlier, um, a nice ass and big titties, usually, no offense to you ones that do got it all, usually a stupid ass conversation come out behind it.
You know what's funny?
Fucked up credit score too.
Did you see the credit score, right? What they don't realize is, and somebody put this up, I forgot the board on Instagram, and it made a lot of sense. He said that you pretty chicks are starting to be played out because you got to bring something else to the table. More so a conversation, a mission in life, some type of brains, because it goes back to what you just said. Like, you see a woman and you talk to her, and all of a sudden, just like you go to have a conversation about what's your future plans, and they looking at you like, what? And then you looking at them like, oh, so we just gonna live off your looks?
Oh shit, that ain't gonna happen. Because once the titties start to inflate and the ass bust,
Then where you at? You broke.
yeah, but on a more serious note, it's crazy. Let's get into this. I don't want to offend anybody because we all got our own little business going on. Let's get into this black on black support. Support our own kind. I'm a big advocate for it. I just want to throw this out there though. We got a lot of our own kind that's doing business shady and shitty as shit. You understand what I'm saying? Don't expect me to support you and you half stepping. Don't expect me to blow your name out and put your name out there if you're not gonna do right by your own damn name. Because that's all I got is my name.
Right.
So if I send somebody in your direction, please handle your business.
Right.
And this is why a lot of black people won't support black people. And it's that saying, one bad apple spoiled a whole bunch. It's the truth. And if you don't believe me, the next time you buy some of the motherfucking food stamps, go to the store. And when you go to pick up the fruit and you see one bad one, I guarantee you ain't gonna buy that bag. You're gonna get the next bag. And that's how it is with business. And stop hating.
I don't understand what's the reason for hating.
Hating is just the crab in the basket theory. They don't want to see you do better than them. They want to see you do bad. They want you to stay the same. And I was always taught that if someone wants you to be the same or they say you change, get away from them real fast. Because change is inevitable, just like death is.
You know what's crazy with that? Because I was sitting there before coming down and thinking about some of the things that I wanted to talk about. And one of the things was you have people on social media that's always saying, oh, these people out here say, like I say, I'm gonna be the person that's posting. Well, these people out here don't support this and that, and they don't share, and they my people this and that. And then I look at the post, and I'll be like, some of these motherfuckers are the same people that do what they talking about.
Yeah.
You ever notice that?
Yeah, and on
It's
some
deep.
on
Yeah.
real shit, I could agree with you because I was some of those people at times.
Right.
I could talk about and like I said, no offense to some of y'all that I haven't done business with yet. But y'all have to realize this: not everybody's going to support you. First of all,
Right.
second of all, not all of y'all shit is tight like that I want to spend my money on.
Right.
Plain and simple.
And it's funny you said that because Tanea, who comes on Mondays, second and fourth Monday, she said the exact thing you said this past Monday. She said, just because it's black, don't make me want to spend my money on your product or your services, because it might not be no good. So just because you black ain't gonna make me spend my money.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
know, so
I get
that's
that.
funny that everybody's on the same page. That's exactly in a roundabout way what you're saying. That bring your A game. Just because I'm black, don't sell me bull crap. But then you treat a Caucasian or a Korean person totally different. Like you might wrap their cup in a paper before you put it in the bag. Mine, you just throw in the damn bag.
And that'd be the last time I get my business.
Yeah.
But you know what's funny? I had to throw that out there. I'm laughing at Jermaine and Mike because they're going back and forth with the conversations. Man, like fuck that, get back to the ass. It's funny, bro. But Mike made a statement. He said some black people will buy a hot dog for $3.95 from the other race, but will tell a black man, FOH, fuck out of here. I can go buy a whole pack. And you know what? That is crazy. And I can admit to that because I have done that before too. But I think it's the person that's selling it also. Because I do that with needy people or homeless people. Some people I just see and I can feel it in my heart to get to.
Right.
And then there's some people I be like, man, fuck out of here. I ain't giving you a dime.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? I think you got to be the better judgment caller of how you spend your money on who you support.
Absolutely.
I'm a big advocate for making sure that whatever I stamp my name on usually run well, or whoever I send out to something does what they're supposed to do. Because that's like I said before, my name is gold to me. It might not be gold to nobody else,
But it's your name.
but it's mine and it's good to me. So if I said call Maine for his chauffeur services,
Mm-hmm.
Maine ain't gonna show up 2 hours later with his vehicle smelling like weed.
Mm-hmm.
Talking all ratchet to him. Not unless they want to be talked ratchet to, but he not just gonna do that. And if he did, then I can't send him out there like that.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And me as the person, I'm gonna address him when they call me back with. Like, listen, dog, I sent you, and it might not mean nothing to you, but it means something to me. And that's all too much regular that happens with our own people.
Right.
Also, before I forget, this is very, very important to me. I have so many associates, friends, and homies that I talk to. I was just talking to one of my homies about being black, being brought up pro-black, and then all of something changing on your own people, becoming quote unquote a coon, a house nigga. And my thing with that is that I say do whatever you gotta do to get through the door, but once you get through the door, let them know that I am for my people. But it was brought to my attention that someone that's doing it is a straight fucking coon. And it's crazy because I went and looked at a couple things and I refuse to exploit this person because I refuse to get on the energy. But I feel like this to any black man or woman that's out there right now to hear what's coming out my mouth. If you have to exploit your black people in a derogatory or negative way, then you are no better than the people that's lynching us and shooting us the fuck out there. And y'all need to get it together.
Facts.
Y'all need to get together. And
Facts.
I don't care who watching, y'all can run and go tell that because I can handle my own. And that's not on the violent tip, it's on the conversation tip. I don't like that. I think that's a negative vibe. And I think that you shouldn't have to degrade your own to get where you have to go. Selling out your black people and I don't want to say white, but because there's a lot of different people that's on there, but selling out your black people to people in general.
And well, you know what? You just brought something to my attention. I had a conversation with my uncle. And my uncle's in his 80s almost, so that tells you what era that he was in. And he always said to me that you're not a real trooper unless you're ready to die for your cause when it comes to your people. I think that a lot of people out here is forgetting. You know how people say, I don't care, I'm just trying to get it. But if you're helping racism, if you're helping down our people, that means that you're making the world a worse place for your children. So how can you say you love your children and your family if you're basically adding to the racism stuff to make it harder for the next generation?
Yeah, and that's selfish. I don't think that they're not thinking. That's just like when I used to be out on the streets doing what I was doing, I wasn't thinking. But now that I live down zombie land and I'm in full fledged of the battle on the drugs that's going on, I think like, damn, this used to be me. I
Right,
used
right,
to be like, fuck out of here. I need to get them Gucci's.
right.
I need to get that whip. This is what I was doing. Matter of fact, shout out to my man Daryl Schuler, who's doing that Stop the Violence at the Met. Y'all need to jump on board. He's doing something positive. Shout out to him. But back to what I was saying as far as being destructive. Like we as a people sometimes are very, very destructive. Very destructive.
And we causing a lot of the problems that we have. Because and then it's like, well, what did it say? The 40 acres and a mule,
Yeah.
right? Dig this. And this is my opinion, Marc 5 opinion. It's not the radio station opinion. This is not DJ Manny Strong opinion. This is my opinion. We know about 40 acres and a mule. We know we used to be slaves. We know that, society, quote unquote, the man or whatever you want to call it, is holding us down. But at the same time, what are we doing to help ourselves? We're so powerful. Think about everything that we dominate, everything, sports, music. I mean, everything that we do, we're good at it. So if we was to basically come together as people and start our own distribution companies or start our own, say entertainment company, get our own complex and stuff like that, without the sneaky backstabbing and stuff, then that would be a step towards where we're trying to go. But we always got our hand out like the government owe us, help us, help us. That's still making us basically slaves in a way.
Yeah, I mean, I agree.
You know what I mean?
I agree, like I said, to the full extent. But I also know this much. Until people really go through a certain thing in life where that light bulb click for you, you're never really, really going to grasp the reality of life. Um,
Yeah.
I just told somebody the other day, I said, it took me to become 48 years of age to wake up one morning and say, damn, thanks for waking me up. Because we all take it for granted.
Right.
Waking up for the next day, we take that for granted. But what we take more for granted is the everyday people that's in our lives.
Exactly.
Buy out this Facebook shit. We take it for granted that Miss Carolyn is going to jump on his feed tomorrow. G is going to send me that workout plan. And it's sick that we take it for granted and not do the right things by it. A young lady is going through something with her family right now, and she called me and we talked about it. And I told her, I said, listen, and I learned this from, and it's crazy that I keep saying his name. I learned this from Manny. He posted something years ago, and he said, man, he stopped even talking about this person because you're going to keep making them relevant.
Mm-hmm.
And I said the same thing to her, and she called me back crying and said, thank you, that the situation got handled because now she feels better that she don't have to make those people relevant again. And I really, really believe that. I believe that if you don't speak it or even think about those people, no matter how much it hurt, you don't got to worry about that.
You know what, bro? I totally agree with you because you brought to my attention about the young lady that's rocking out with the food and stuff like that. You know what I'm talking about. That she basically went through so much trials and tribulations that when she came back even stronger. And from what I hear, she do a lot of positive things for her neighborhood, doing some things. You know, attitudes don't have nothing about your actions. We never know when somebody have an off day.
Oh, you talking about Saudi?
Yeah, Saudi.
Yeah.
With the food, and I read some people posts and jokes and stuff.
They be so mean, cruel.
And they be cruel, but I'm like, yo, but she's doing something. You don't have to like the food, but respect her hustle and her as a business person, as a black business person, being in supermarkets, making moves. And I just saw on her Instagram that now she has a food truck that she's going to travel around, and basically have her food. Sharon likes it. I didn't like it. It was too spicy. I don't like spicy food. But at the same time, I still like her post, still share it, telling everybody check it out. I was trying to get with everybody at my employer during the day and say, yo, why don't everybody get together, we put some money together, buy some stamps, then I go down to the shop, right, and buy a couple, things just to support. You know what I mean? Because I didn't like it, but at the same time, if I can support another person that went through the trenches, you know what I mean? Even though her name, everybody say, oh, well, she got the name attached. That's all good, but she got the name attached, but she's growing and doing something.
But think about this.
She's putting black people to work, young, from what I'm seeing, people to work.
Listen, don't nobody like a good guy. Ain't that sad?
Yeah.
When you're doing and posting good things, a lot of people will scroll right past your shit.
Yeah.
Let you start some controversy and start some knucklehead stuff. They looking on your feed, they going through, they trying to figure deal you out. The crazy thing is that she's a hustler by nature.
Mm-hmm.
And regardless to how she did it, what she did, she still didn't stop doing what she set out to do. Correct. And people hate her for that. And half of the people that saying negative stuff about her probably eat her shit behind her back. Probably love it. They probably her biggest supporters when it comes to spending money on her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie. I went to go support and go to the store. There was some motherfucking crowd, and I was like, man, I ain't. and my thought process was this. Well, she got to be doing something good if this store right here is that damn crowd.
Yeah.
So all the posts that y'all posting about the food nasty and too salty, this and that, change your motherfucking diet. Go eat somewhere else. Keep eating at Wendy's then.
Yeah, like that's better.
and I can say that, and I still ain't taste their food.
Yeah.
And if I don't like it, fine. But it's the point behind the whole matter is that she's doing what needs to be done to take care of her family, and a lot of people hate that.
But everything ain't for everybody. But why hate on them?
Listen,
you understand what I mean? Like I taste people food and they cookouts, and that shit was nasty. But I still came to the cookout.
Hey, listen, I DJ a party where there was a 5-star caterer that came in there, and this shit tastes like garbage.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, you gave them what? Thousands of dollars to do what?
I just had an event. I ain't gonna shot nobody. I ain't gonna shoot nobody. I just had an event not too long ago, and I went to give somebody the business card. They threw that shit back at me like that food nasty as hell.
Yeah.
They threw. You know me. I'm gonna promote you. Especially if you at my event, yo, check out like DJ Manny Strong. Get a card. This and that. It was one of those things. Oh, you ain't black business. You can feel the food. Yeah, get a card. They literally threw that shit back at me. I was like, what? It's like that shit nasty. Hey, listen, I still support
Hey, listen, y'all can give us a call at 215-909-6070 on any of the topics. But I'm going to switch the topic right here. It's something that's been on my mind. And like I said, this just be me. It don't mean that I'm going through something. A lot of things that I talk about, either I went through it or somebody I know went through it. I got a question for the women. You ready for this one, bro?
Go ahead, I'm ready.
I just want to know, and honestly, if y'all not going to answer honestly, without man bashing or woman bashing, y'all ain't got to name no names to get juicy if you name the name. Why the hell, when y'all get in a relationship with a guy, and y'all can ask this question back too, that everything sexually is cool. It's all game. Everything Toheed. Then that motherfucker put that ring on your finger, or y'all move in, everything ceases.
And
you got the headache. You don't do your hair no more. No lingerie. You don't get head. No more back shots. Answer the damn question for me. I need to know for a friend.
Well, while y'all think about that,
what's going on, Rob? Kiana?
Let's see on
Miss Carolyn,
Facebook Live. Vet said our people are, their minds are misguided. Like we need to basically reprogram ourselves. Shalia said, I don't know her personally, but every time she comes to the city, she buy a fish platter because she hear that she do a lot in the community. Also, Yvette said can't knock the hustle, and that's true. Totally agree.
Yeah.
And then for the women that just heard, say your question so they, just in case they missed
I
it.
want to know why.
Why?
After you get in a relationship with a guy, the beginning is peachy cream.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get married or a long-term relation, all the stuff that you did in the beginning of the relationship, you stop. It's like y'all lost your fire. Um, I mean, if it's the man or something that we do as men, let the men know so we can correct this shit because we love what y'all do.
That's
And
what got
because
that
y'all
ring.
stop doing it,
That's how you got the ring.
yeah, you got a motherfucking ring, man. So you stop doing what you do. So let us know. I want y'all to call in. I want y'all to report. Let us know. Hey, Ms. Weeks, let us know why y'all stop doing what y'all do. That's all I want to know.
Or is it because you get so used to it
How can you
that
supposed to be here?
you want, the man to change it up a little bit, or do he need to put on a Tarzan outfit? Like, do you communicate with him if you losing the interest or what? So
Let us
let's
know.
go to a quick music break on the radio, and then we're gonna talk to our Facebook Live and our YouTube channel. If you want to check us out on YouTube, which is so clear HD, go to Sador Radio on YouTube.com. Type in Sador Radio, click on the link, and you can watch us live. So you can watch the behind the scene, what's going on. Because we're not gonna stop the YouTube, so y'all can listen to us talk our
We're not gonna
shit,
stop YouTube
talk our
or
itch.
Facebook Live.
Look, y'all can watch us talk our itch.
Yeah. While we talk our
Behind the
issue.
scene. We're gonna
Listen.
listen to some Eric B and Rakim on the radio for the listeners. We'll be right back. You're listening to
The Goodfellas on Sador Radio.
with DJ Manny Strong and Marc5.
And Kev, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna answer that question that you just posted. But that's on the radio. But on the Facebook Live feed,
All right.
YouTube feed, I'm gonna answer it for you right now. You said
We off the radio.
that your chick said the same thing when you moved in together, saying that she thought we was going to be having sex all the time. Well,
The number 215-909-6070.
So you mean to tell me that you are the 1%
215-909. Damn.
that
Okay.
is getting the sex and you complain?
Go right
Oh man, you got to go ahead with that. Y'all supposed to have sex all the time.
You wanna be on the air? Hold on a second. Hold on. Hello? Hello? Did I hang up on? Oh, there you go. Hello? All right, hold on. This is why I gotta buy a new phone. Look, everybody on the station like, you need a new phone. All right, go ahead. What's your question? Oh, you want to answer man's question? Okay, hold on 1 second. You want me to come back on the radio?
Oh, somebody called in and wanted to answer my question. This is going to get juicy in here.
I hate this phone, dog.
Hey, Kev, I hear you. You do a lot of doubles.
Hold on
Listen,
1 second.
let me tell you about those doubles, though. Because it's the same for the women. I don't care how many doubles you're doing. You got to take care of business at home. Because when you won't, somebody else will. I'm going to put that on my shirt. And what I mean by that is just simple. Hopefully, you're telling her that she looks good, she smells good, you love her.
I'm gonna call you.
You miss her when she comes in. The physical touch is a must. But ain't nothing wrong with a cookie, dog. You know, at our age, I don't know about you, sometimes I'm 30 pump and I dump. That's what you might have to do.
Everybody.
You gotta take care of business, man. Don't nobody want to hear you do it.
Outdoor radio.
So what? Handle your business, Kev.
All right. Do me a favor. Can I call you back at this number?
No, listen.
All right. Okay.
Sex ain't everything, bro. And I don't want you to believe that I'm saying that. What I'm saying is that
All right, we ready to take some phone calls.
if it's not equal around the board, you got to keep it balanced. If you don't keep it balanced, you're going to lose in certain areas. It's hard. It
Right.
really is, but you got to do it.
For everybody that's calling in, I'm gonna call y'all back from the phone number 5558. So if y'all want to answer the question when we go back on the radio in a couple minutes.
Yeah, it has to have a balance. Hey, Miss Kenwood.
All right, this the cell. All right, I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna call
Might be
before you.
funny,
I'm gonna call you
man.
back.
Listen, I got 30 on certain days. You got 29.5. I got 30 on certain days. You said you last long. Cheater, you don't know how to cheat. You go in, bang, 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 bang. Pull out. And let her go on about her business. Hey, Miss Week.
Look, he like, hey, after you said, hey, Miss Reed.
I like to role play, so I would have opened up and gave more. She may slow down because he probably don't appreciate her as much. Oh, that's a good one.
What's this?
Okay, we need to do it like this. If you come with an answer, have the alternative to it because
Okay,
what if
this
he
is
is
Mark.
appreciated?
Oh, okay, hold on one second. I'm ready to bring us back. Bro, we're gonna take this call.
What if he is appreciating her and he's doing what he's supposed to do? All the way around the board. But when your man lacks, if he lacks Ms. Weeks, I think the woman, if she's going to be with him, I think she needs to train him up a little bit more. Because we're not mind readers.
Bring us back, right? And then I'm gonna see how to call. Not you, I'm talking, man. I'll tell you when.
Okay, we're getting ready to go back
Hold on one second.
live, and then y'all start calling in, and we get ready to get busy again with the same topic. This shit right here is good. Sheesh.
Ready?
You are now live with the Goodfellas, DJ Manny Strong,
And Marc5.
here on Sedora Radio. And the topic that I brought out before we went to break was why in relationships, when a woman first meet a man, it's all peachy creamy, abundance of sex, emotion, and everything. And then after she get it via a marriage or a long-term relationship, she
We got a caller on the phone. Caller, what's your name and what's your answer to DJ Manny Strong's question?
Hi, my name is Carolyn, and my answer is that sometimes in relationships, people get comfortable with each other. Like Manny mentioned, there's no lingerie, there's no intimacy, but to keep that relationship going for both parties, that's what the typically come in. Both parties should be creative to each other, the whole that interest. It doesn't always have to result in sex. It can just be having fun and portrait.
Okay, so she's saying that that's where the interesting things come in.
I agree with you. I agree with what Carolyn said. Because I have been in a relationship where I slowed down as the sex fan. I slowed down because she changed, and I got comfortable, and I was just like, okay, she wanted it more than I wanted, such as what my man is saying. I was just responding to one of the Facebook followers. I get it. He works all the time. I changed my picture. And it wasn't until I was about to lose her that I realized that I had to light that fire again. And I guess that's more of a reasonable answer that I was looking for. It still doesn't explain the many nights that you women have headaches. Y'all just not feeling the vibe. And I think that if that's the case, I think that women need to let men know instead of letting a relationship go astray or letting a man walk away feeling, less than or going cheating. And I know what y'all gonna say that that shit make them cheat. A person gonna cheat because they want to. Yeah, but that helps it along. Um, I just think that you should let them know, and not the typical, it ain't you, it's me. No, motherfucker, it is you. 'Cause I'm here with a hard one, and we been getting shit done. So if I'm here by myself, and you're in the bed with me is you. Um, so that's just the answer that I have. Yeah, but I do agree with you. A lot of people don't appreciate what they have until it's gone.
Is that good, Carol? You have anything else that you wanted to say?
No, that was it. That's what I wanted to say. I wanted to just type it in because I'm busy here. So I'll
Okay.
just type it in, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, back to Kev. Kev said that his significant other expects more, and he wanted to say that sex isn't everything. Like I said, I'm a controversial one. Nigga, sex is everything.
Exactly.
Listen, sex isn't everything, but it plays that vital role. It's the oxygen, it's the H and the H2O. Without it, there is not going to be no relationship. Even if it's not the intercourse part, like I said, you have to have some type of touch, some emotional, some feel, some type of emotional bond going on. And I have been in relationships where I could put on the top notch cologne. I call it top notch because I walk out the door, I got 50 women telling me I smell good. And the other woman at home, my other woman at home, won't even acknowledge that I had it on. And I was told, well, maybe it don't smell good to her. But if I got 300 colognes in my closet, you mean to tell me not one of them smell good to her? Bullshit.
Yeah. Well, one thing I can say is this: if if you basically communicate with your mate and you work a lot, and she say, "Look, I need you to take care of this, and you need to take care of it," because she telling you. Now, if she feel like she want to, cheat or she upset or something, then you can't blame nobody but yourself. And that goes both ways. Like if you laying in the bed and you tell your wife or girlfriend, yo, like, what's up? We had sex and like, you need to make some time, then they need to make time. And I think it comes down to communicating also on top of what Carolyn said, making it exciting, doing something different.
Yeah, you better also
You got
said
it.
that too.
Yeah.
Angel said that too. Angel,
Yeah.
kudos. You said the role play. I have learned this about a lot of women, and I don't want y'all to think that I'm old. I've been out there like that. But anyway, I talk to a lot of women, and I have a lot of female friends via female sisters. Um, and they tell me a lot of their business, and it's plain and simple this. A lot of them say that they stopped doing what they're doing, plain and simple, because they lost interest. And a woman could lose interest over the tiniest mustard seed of a thing. Um, where a man, I'm gonna give you a prime example of what I'm talking about. You and your old lady get in an argument. She really pisses you off. Y'all stop arguing, y'all say what y'all had to say. You get ready to go out the door, and a man to turn around and say, I'm getting ready to ride past Bob's Crab Shack. You want something to eat? And a woman to say no. Vice versa. The woman mad at the man, she arguing and screaming and hollering. Y'all finish arguing, she walk out the door. She ain't gonna ask you, do you want something from Bob's Crab Shack? Because y'all emotions run a little bit different than men.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm a firm believer that a woman that goes out there and cheat on her man that she says she loved, it was already premeditated. That was something she was gonna do anyway.
Right.
And she's tired of the relationship at home. Because most men, and I say most men with a strong, firm tone, we don't wife, quote unquote, what I call the old style whores that just go fuck because. Y'all can believe it or not, but I'm a living part of one. I have done seen it. And when they get caught, they don't care. Because a woman can cheat forever and you'll never know.
Mm.
That could be another topic if y'all want to call in about that.
Well, real quick, some of our Facebook people said, one person said, I can't comprehend, bro. I treat her husband like that Jay-Z song, my first song. Uh, One of the hosts from In the Mix said, the phone, this and that. He said the phone nightmare. Well, that's why you work around it. Look, that's what bosses do. They work around phone situations. Now, I'm gonna call another person real quick that called in. Take notes, Joseph.
Oh wow, you calling it? All shit.
Look, I'm calling from the cell phone. Let's call in. We can't hear him. Hey, this is Marc5 from the Sador Radio. I was calling you back in reference to the question that DJ Manny Strong put out there.
Yes, yes, yes. How are you? So, this is me. I'm from Philadelphia. So I'm just going to say this, that men and women both have issues with changing up what you did for a long-term relationship. A lot of women do it, but a lot of men do it as well. Me personally, I'm just going to say, I feel like you should never change up where you started when you finish. But you have to be very careful.
I agree.
You know what I mean? You don't want to set the bar too high because if you can't keep it up, it can be a problem either way. But I'm gonna tell you, for anybody, that's my women. Real. I change my wig, my heels, my makeup, my costumes, my themes. I keep it fresh with my man. And that's how you have to do it. You know what I mean? You're gonna have those days where you might not want to have sex. Okay, maybe you might just have blowjobs for the night. You know what I mean? Like I'm just
That's what I'm talking about. Shit.
But if you go to sex shop, keep it up. Get the sex shop all day, every day. You gotta prepare for it. But if you go to sex shop, you gotta keep it going. Give it a great top, keep it going. You have a sex all over the house, keep it going. The same way you start, the same way you finish until you're both at the end where you have to slow it down a little bit. And if you need to get your toys, incorporate your porn, and keep it fresh. And keep it together and stay doing what you do. So, but as far as the women suckers or falling off, that's equal around the board. Men and women do that.
Oh yeah, I said that from the get go. That's why I put it out there. But I was asking a question, and like I said, I had a dinner with a couple of my fellow homies, and that was one of the topics that was brought up. I guess because we all married, and one of the guys was newly married. That was he had to go through the same stage that a lot of us went through. And I explained to him that my answer to that is sometimes, and I know men get ready to get mad. My answer to that is sometimes before the woman switched the pitch up, we done did something to make her switch the pitch up. I don't want to blame every man because some men are on top of their game. I know me. At one point in my life, I was just a sloppy Joe ass dude. So, if I'm putting you through some things, of course the hot box not going to be wet for you when you come to the bed.
That's always on her mind, like,
Yeah.
this. Yeah.
Because like I said, your mind is rigged up different than a man. So I agree. It's just hard to explain to a lot of men that's doing everything that they're supposed to do in a relationship. And the woman contend that she loves or want to be with this guy. My next question, if y'all don't mind me jumping, is this, and this is a touchy subject. It's, I guess, because it has to do with me, co-parenting. I had to get this out, Marc5.
Oh yeah, I can definitely talk on it. Trust me.
Co-parenting is the most hardest thing to do when you and the other parent are not on the same page. No matter how good of a person you are or how you got your life in order, it's hard if you're not on the same page. But I'm going to throw this out there, and this is for men and women. I see a lot of men bashing on Facebook about their old significant other, their baby dad. I think that's the most ignorant thing to do. I don't care what he done or what he ain't doing, because it shows a reflection of who you are. It shows everybody on earth that, hey, this is who I choose to lay down with. If he's a deadbeat, 9 times out of 10, you're a deadbeat too. And I know y'all mad at me for saying it, but it's the truth. And I got several kids, and you'll never hear me lie, if I'm not doing it to their face, bashing my kid's mother. Because it's going to tell you what type of person I am, what type of person that I choose to lay down with, and how bad my co-parenting skills are. Now I'm on Facebook Live, and I'm venting a little bit. This is what I like about the radio, because I know it's going to reach somebody else out there.
Especially the YouTube, since you're going to share it.
I had one of my kids' mothers vent to somebody that I guess she didn't know that I knew about how bad of a deadbeat dad I was. Sure, I had my issues. Deadbeat dad, never. But what I did was, instead of getting an attitude, it hurt it. But what I did was, I sent them a picture of me and my daughter, a recent picture, and the smiles that we had on our face told the story. You know what they say, a picture can tell a million stories? I just let that picture sit there. And I told him I had a nice day because I look at it like, how dare you tell somebody about somebody bad that you lay down with? So what does that make you? If you lay down with a dog and you get fleas, then you're a fucking dog too.
So, real quick, caller, before we hang up, do you want to respond to that or?
You know what? I am going to respond to it. You know what? I totally agree with what the brother is saying. I'm on social media and I do not like to appreciate when women want that. I don't see a lot of women, but I do see a lot of sisters, women who don't know about the baby father and the baby daddy. First and foremost, I don't like the term baby daddy. I like the word father. Can't say father, say king, say brother, whatever. Secondly, this is the way you chose to do it out. And for whatever reason, things didn't work out, you know, you feel some other type of way. But I think that whatever you think about him should not be broadcast on social media. That should talk about between the two of you and never disrespect how bad that is. No way to the father is. No disrespect negative stuff about him. I've always been really good man. I have, and I don't mind telling you, I had 3 children and I've been married twice. First time, 11 years, second time, 13 years. I have never, and I have never said anything negative about the father of my children because I was blessed that they helped with the creation of this child. First and foremost, that was given God, no matter what. So I definitely agree with the brother. Keep that personal, keep it between yourselves. Don't bash each other in front of the children. Let the child grow up and make their own decision or whatever. But don't do it and it's running rampant on social media. And I always talk against it. Even though I talk to other sisters and let's go a week without knowing what. Let's go a week without having something negative. Let's go a week. In fact, I created a holiday called Ramadan Brother Week. This is the June 8th. So I'm definitely going with all of this. So, you know, that's all I wanted to say. And I appreciate you guys listening to me. I appreciate your show. Keep up the great work and just, you know, let's support each other. Let's just do all the things you do. We can love our children and love each other. And if we can't love each other, at least respect one another.
Right. I appreciate your call.
Absolutely.
Look,
Take it easy.
you too. Thanks again.
You're live here with the Goodfellas on Sador Radio. What's
Yo,
it called?
I like her, man. She's
909 6070. Who was that called in?
I'm sorry, neither did I. So if you watching or you listening,
Or you on our Facebook
please
Live.
inbox us.
Yeah,
'Cause
inbox.
if you close, we need to have you come to the station.
Hey, Glenn, it's not that funny, but an angel, you are the worst.
Miss Dennis in the building on our Facebook Live. What's going on, everybody? What's up? What's up on our Facebook Live? We're gonna go to a quick music break. The time is now 7:59. Is this clock right? Because every time we look around this joint, this says 5 o'clock.
No, this one is 7:59.
It's 7:59. All right, 7:59 on the 11th of July. We'll be back after this quick music break. Let's throw on some Big Daddy Kane. Ain't no half stepping.
Hey, ain't no half second. Old school on that Thursday. But we're gonna keep it going on our Facebook Live feed. What you talking about? Cheat with me. Personality you want today because I'm here. Cheaters. Who crazy? Hey, no, listen, man. I'm enjoying myself. I really am.
That's what it's all about, man.
Like I told somebody, I said this is therapeutic for me. And a lot of the topics that I talk about, besides that last one, that was from me. It comes from people that I talk to every day. I talk to a lot of people, and they ask me questions. And I don't know everything, but I do listen. That's the problem. That's the thing that everybody loves about me. I listen. And if I can't answer it for you, and you fuck say no. If I can't answer it for you, I try to do the research, or I'll point you in the direction to someone that may have been through that or went through it. But yeah, that's basically it. I love to talk. I love to vent. Who on the chandelier? Exact. Oh my God. She talking about she on a chandelier.
That's
Damn,
hey,
you gonna mess
hey,
around
that's
and break a hip.
Yeah, don't be trying to do no wild stuff to keep the excitement going, and then you be in a body cast.
Instead of body cast.
Talking about some, yeah, I was listening to y'all and I tried this. No, don't do that. Don't do that. We're not responsible for anybody listening and going to breaking their neck.
Yeah, Caps just posted, they don't do things that they used to. And I guess, to sum it up, that's what I'm talking about. And it's not just that. Start doing something different. If you lay down with your guy and he can tell you on every upstroke when you're going to ooh and ah, that shit get boring too.
Hey, Joe, you watched it on this, Joe. You confusing me, man. Like,
With Joe on YouTube?
yeah, he on YouTube. He jumped from Facebook to YouTube. I'm trying to look. I'm like, he got me over here like this, like trying to follow him. No stopping.
What's up, Mike? I see you tuned in.
Yo, we looking for guests. I gotta remember what the hell to look at now. See why everybody get all confused looking at this. But, yo, we looking for guests to come on the show. If you're interested, reach out to us. You can call me at 215-588 215-617-585558. Too many numbers.
You gotta say that again.
No, you know why? Because I'm thinking of this number. I'm thinking of the 525-215-617-5558. 3 5s and an 8.
Yeah, Yvette, I agree with you. Switch it up sometimes, man.
Orlando, what's good? Make sure y'all share the broadcast. We're on the 2nd and 4th Thursday from 7 to 9. Ah, remember this
Hola, hola, hey, hey.
You talking about the phone stuff, man. I was talking, you confused the hell out of me, boy. Stay on one damn thing, Facebook or YouTube. Which one? You confusing me. Look, got me looking like this, right? Trying to figure out where you at.
Hey, Miss Rose, I still ain't get my damn shirt. You need to holler at Jay. Jay Weldon. Gotta have that man on this show and everything. I still ain't get my shirt. Keep that going. I'm running to the back. Dang. That's one of the points I was telling you.
Yeah. We're there from the farmer's down.
I don't know what it is.
Who remember this song? Okay, I got you. Please make sure y'all share it. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and share the YouTube. If you go to YouTube and search Sador Radio, you'll see us live in HD. I love this. I love this. It's on a delay, but it's coming in clear. You can see my pimples and bumps and sweat and everything. Matter of fact, I need to hold on. Let me turn the fan. Yo, do me a favor, bro. Hit that fan on. I was just about to get up and hit that fan. I'm over here sweating. I'm like, that HD, you can see how I'm sweating on YouTube. Ain't that joint nice stuff?
Yeah, that's on crystal clear. That's a high def too.
Yeah, that's this joint. HD 1080. What I want to do is get a switcher and put like 3 or 4 of them around. Then it switches. Yeah.
Yeah, I need that. All right, y'all, I'm back. Yeah, Rebecca, you laughing at that. I gotta get it from you, huh? You the spokesperson. See that right there? I need the XL. You gotta play that mix too.
That's what I was going to say. I'm ready to play the Goodfellas. Where's drop at? a Goodfellas drop or the Goodfellas mix is the mix, right?
Yeah.
Watch this. I put you live on the radio. What's up, Mike? Look, live on the radio. You live on the radio. When people call me and I'm on the radio, that means that they don't be following my Facebook, so I throw them on the radio. You on the radio? Say hi to everybody. I hit you as soon as I get off, bro. This not the mix.
I don't know what you doing.
I'm going to put some love shit on. I hit you when I get off the joint, Mike.
I take it large, Rebecca.
Right.
Thank you very much.
This song is dedicated to Hope. You still watching? Give me thumbs up. Look, this is our favorite artist. As soon as I can find that. Why didn't it play? It disappeared, bro. Look, that's not an MP. It's MP3, right? It is an MP3, right? This song ain't played. This like dropped off. The song that you had me, what song you talking about? This? No, yeah, that's the one I just dropped in there. It just went somewhere. Why the hell did it go on? Put it on there for me? No, I got it in here. Bring up the
Yeah, if y'all ain't tuning in to Sador Radio right now,
jump off.
y'all ain't right. And it's crazy because my Facebook feed only got one view right now. It's had over 200.
Goodfellas show, right?
Yep. I'm going to go back to the nitty gritty.
Don't go in, bro.
Huh?
Don't go in.
MP3.
This one, right? Goodfellas show MP3. Right? Now watch. It might be because I moved it. All right, now it's good.
That's right.
Hey. What y'all know about that?
Guess I'll do a, let's see if I can do this. I'm going to be acting crazy.
That's gonna be my next stop. Hey, Khadija. I know y'all gonna be scared of this one right here.
What's the next topic, bro? What's up? Hold on. Instagram Live.
The next topic on the Goodfellas is, tell me something that you always wanted to tell your ex.
Say that again?
The next topic is something that you always wanted to tell your ex.
So, real quick, if y'all want to check us out live, go to YouTube, search Sador Radio. That's it right there. See it? SADIOR Radio. And check us out. Or if you follow me on Facebook, go to Facebook. We're live on DJ Manny Strong, Marc5. Make sure y'all tune in and check us out. We live here second and fourth Thursday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. The Goodfellas. We're gonna be good. We good. We good.
I'm good sometimes.
We good.
I'm good sometimes. This is our first show, and I'm having a ball. Khadija. Hey, Andrew, I know you're not scared of me, but I bet you're scared of this next topic. All of y'all gonna be scared of this next topic. And I ain't holding no bars when I come back.
You want to call in? That's the number right there. 215-909-6070. 215-909-6070.
215-909-6070. if you want to call it. For real.
We'll
If
take
you
your
really
number,
want
call
to
you
get
back.
jiggy, let me see. Call it. Call it. Ain't nobody scared. Oh man.
That's the dance that you gotta do when you had surgery. I was telling them at work, remember all that crazy stuff now, I just go like this. Put the weight on the one I had surgery on. Ain't no more breakdancing for Marc 5.
Already.
Look, ain't no more breakdancing. What's going on, Two States? What's good? What's good? Marvin Wood, what's good? Mr. Kev Johnson.
Hey, what's up with you, Dad?
Number 9.
You would tell your ex thank you. Why would you tell her thank you, Khadija? You know I was gonna ask.
Share. I put on the roll. Dude, dippity. This used to be the man. Look, this was at work.
Okay. Back to I hope everything is good. Thanks for tuning in.
Next topic. What is it? What's something that you always wanted to tell your ex?
And I got a couple of responses already.
What's something that you always wanted to tell your ex? That's the next topic we're going to discuss. If you're on the YouTube, you can type it in. I'll read it off. If you're on Facebook Live, you can type it in.
What's something that you always wanted to tell your ex? While you was with them, or now that you're not with them? I wanted to tell my very first ex.
Jump off the bridge. Look, that's what I wanted to say. We get ready to get real busy right now. If the shoe fit, wear it. I'm gonna bring us back.
Bringing us back.
It's your boy Marc 5 on Sador Radio. The Goodfellas is in the building. The DJ Manny Strong and myself here, second and fourth Thursday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. on the station that's more than music. You can check us out on YouTube. If you go to YouTube and search Sador Radio, SADIOR. If you want to follow us on Facebook, make sure you go to DJ Manny Strong or Marc FIVE Sador LLC. Now,
I didn't understand that.
I didn't ask you nothing, chick. Look, phone's going off. She's
Mad
on
that you
news.
talking about the ex.
I didn't understand that.
Well, before we get into it, I'm gonna go back because I asked that question on Facebook Live and I got a response from. We're gonna start with Khadija.
Real quick, what's the question? For the
The
people
question is, what's something you always wanted to tell your ex when you was with them, or now that you're not with them? And let's start with Khadija. She said she wanted to tell her ex, "Thank you." So you know me, I went into detail. I said, "Thank you for what?" And she said, he helped her to understand what she did and didn't want in life. And then Miss Weeks, she replied and she said, Oh shit, Rebecca, you crazy. Rebecca Dandy Deuce said that he had a little pee pee. She said he had a little ding ding. Yo, you're wrong for that. But I knew that was coming out. I knew it was coming. But Angel said she's always wanted to tell one of them, thank you for the experience, but you definitely effed up
Mm.
at the right time. And my other one, you know, I'm always going to love you. I feel you. I feel you. I'm going to put one out there. I want to tell one of my exes that I'm sorry for dreaming day in and day out that you were sleeping with the fish and fish was swimming through your skull, the hole in your head. I'm sorry if that wasn't nice. What about you? Tell me something you want to always tell your ex.
First, I want to apologize to my exes because I was like a bad dude, dog, and all
No,
that.
not
good stuff.
you.
Yeah, I wasn't a good dude. But I do want to thank them because they prepared me for being the man that I am now, for who I'm married to.
Oh wow.
So I learned from my mistakes, and I'm sorry that you had to be. I ain't gonna say test dummy because that's mean, but you had to be the relationship that I had to go through the bumps and bruises with to become the man that I am, and to understand what this whole relationship thing is and what a man's supposed to do and not supposed to
And it's crazy that you said that because I look back on a lot of my relationships, boyfriend, girlfriend, but mainly because um, I didn't know the real true meaning of love.
do. Mm-hmm.
You can't love someone. I believe that you can't love someone until you fully love yourself first.
That's true.
But I look back and I think to myself, I was like, damn, I was really a character.
Yeah, some of the stuff you look at what you
Yeah,
did
like
now, you be like, ooh,
I
I
did
did
that.
that.
But what's more funny is when I talk to some of my exes that I'm friends with,
Mm-hmm.
they are the worst. I thought I was the worst.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are the worst, but I guess they were that way because of me.
But the question is, did you create those monsters
Yeah, I probably created
from
those
what you
monsters
did? Yeah, that's what I'm sitting there
because
thinking about.
I know I was crazy. Man. I was crazy with it, and it's funny because some of them I can laugh and joke with about some of the things that we've done to each other.
Mm-hmm.
But to the ones that I've really done dirt to, like you, I do apologize. I wasn't right.
Right, right.
I didn't know no better. And I
But you live and you
apologize.
learn, man.
But we had that
You learn.
experience.
Yeah, yeah. And it's like, what's funny? My mom said to me that, boy, you changed. And I said, you know what it is? It's the relationship sometimes that you in. And the things you go through, you learn from. And like I said on the Coffee for Thoughts one morning, if you decide not to learn from your mistakes and keep bumping your head, you got to blame yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I mean, that goes for anything. If you do things and you keep doing it and keep getting the same results, you then gonna ask yourself, well, why does this keep happening? Like, well, what you mean? Check yourself, see what you're doing.
Yeah.
And I mean, once I learned that I have to go about things a little differently because I'm causing some of the things that's happening, then you basically feel a little better about yourself. And when you're doing right, it's easy. If a person do you wrong, it's like, well, at least you know you did right. You the dumbass that lost a good thing. Women used to say that, like, oh, well, you lost a good thing. Well, now, fuck, I'm a man and you lost a good thing. Look, now the tables is turning. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you.
You got more women out here cheating and doing slimy shit than men nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, that was a topic that I had the other day. Like I said, you said it. It's the monster that we created ourselves.
Yeah.
So sometimes when Karma, I call her that bitch.
Yeah.
Karma,
Yeah.
she ran around the corner waiting for me. Sometimes I just don't get mad or upset right away because I ain't doing nothing but getting paid back for some shit that I done did to somebody somewhere else. So I chuckle.
Yeah.
That's why if y'all ever see me laughing, don't think that I'm crazy. I'm laughing at some shit that probably done happened to me that somebody did to me or I did to somebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Angel said it's grown folk shit, and
There's levels to this shit.
it is.
Yeah, big time.
And with that being said, I want to talk about. I was looking at this video the other day of these kids going inside the Walgreens. It was like 50, 30 of these little motherfuckers. And they went in there and they tore the Walgreens up. My question to you is,
Where the hell is the cops? That's a look.
on South Street at that, like when we used to be on South Street, you couldn't stand on the corner.
Hell no.
But my question to you is, if you was watching that video and you saw your kid or a neighbor kid doing something, would you stop him? Would you have said something?
People so scared nowadays to say something to kids, it's ridiculous. But then they complain about things happening. I've never understood that. It's like, oh, they got guns, this and that. Okay. Like, I remember when we were growing up, he did something. Shout out to Mr. Winston, may he rest well. Grabbed me by my collar and was ready to whip my ass. And he was 2 doors down. It was a neighbor. You know what I mean? It's like nowadays the children are running things and people complain, but they don't do anything.
And to piggyback off what you said, I think that it's not that everybody's scared. A lot of us adults don't know how to. We don't know how to address situations. I'm gonna give you a prime example of what I'm talking about. I love to give examples. There was about 6 kids sitting on my steps last week. It was really nice, late night.
Mm-hmm.
I can hear the chatter, them talking or whatever. Then I hear a lot of cursing coming from one of the kids. So me being a cursor that I am, open my door is like, who the fuck out here cursing like that? You can't address the situation to correct it, and you're doing the same thing that they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So they looking at me like, how you gonna tell us that cursing is bad, and you're cursing like that? And us as adults, the first thing we say is, because I'm grown. Well, what do you think these kids going to do when they get grown if they already doing it now?
Yeah, because you learn a lot from your yeah.
So they're going to be 10 times worse because now they're grown. But you can't be scared to address no situation, especially when it's on your property or on your block.
Mm-hmm.
What you think about that? What any of y'all think about that? You know, give us a call. 215-909-6070. Are we too scared as parents to address situations?
Good question. My thing is this: if it's on my property and I ask you to not do something and you do it, it's a problem.
Yeah.
I work too damn hard for my house and for my property, my truck and stuff like that. And nowadays, you tell the parents something, they don't do nothing anyway.
No, they come to the door sounding just like the child.
Yeah, be ready to fight too
And
because they can't do something.
Ms. Week said that most of the time it's how you carry yourself or how the children. That's to how the children will respond.
Yeah, because you got to give them respect. You got to, you know what I mean? Now, I mean, if they doing something, like you said, you can't go to them on some, you know, F this, that, this, and that, because you basically fuel the fire. But if you go to them like, yo, you know, you talk to them with respect or whatever, some of them might not listen, but they're going to remember that conversation.
Right.
Because they got so many people that's talking down to them. Like, you know, oh, these kids is bad nowadays. No, not all kids are bad. They used to, it goes like that with us. When they used to say, oh, y'all kids is bad. But look at some of us is now are doing major things and doing business and different things like that. And we remember those conversations from the people in the neighborhood that used to say and do things. Like I remember Mr. Wilson,
Right.
you know, grabbed me by my damn collar, and I'm like, damn, hold up, like this ain't. I remember that stuff,
Right.
but it helped me realize that certain things you just don't do. You know?
You know what's crazy? In my heydays when I used to be running bad up in the projects, I remember running through Steve Thompson's block, and his mom was going in the door. She was in the doorway, and she caught me, and she laid me out real good. Um, I never really ran through that block after that again because I was too afraid that she was going to check me again and then tell my mom. So I tried to keep that distance away from it.
Mm-hmm.
True story. A couple weeks ago, my wife is she's doing a baby shower, and I'm helping set up. And I whirled around and put the chargers on the table, and I got this chill in my body
Mm-hmm.
because the woman that had checked me was sitting there staring at me, and I never forget her face. And I started laughing because a friend of mine was standing there talking to her, and he said to me, "Do you know her?" I said, "Oh yeah, I remember her." And she instantly started laughing because she remembered the situation too. Now I'm 48. This happened when I was about 8 or 9.
Mm.
And she didn't curse at me, she didn't scream.
Yeah.
And just the thought of me doing something wrong at 48, and she's standing there watching me sent chills down my spine. And it was funny. And I told her that. And she was like, "Yeah, I remember that. I remember you throwing a rock." She remembered the whole situation.
You ever think about why we did some of the dumb shit we did as kids?
Yeah. That
Like
could be the
threw
next
rocks,
time.
threw rocks over the expressway.
The number is 215-909-6070. You can call in and you can answer any question about the topic we just talked about. But the new topic upon you calling now is, say it, Mark.
What would you want to tell one of your exes? Right?
Yeah,
Yeah. What did you want to tell one of your exes if you can tell them right now?
that you didn't tell them
That you
back
didn't tell them
then.
then. Like, you remember that time I didn't feel like doing it? That's because your stuff was Remember that time I said I had a headache and used your line on you? That's what it was.
What's
Look,
something you always wanted to tell your ex?
look.
One of my exes, I always wanted to tell her that I really never tried to holler at her. It was her sister that I wanted.
Like, yeah, I was gonna say that. Remember, I used to hang in the kitchen with your mom while she was cooking. Sador Radio. Hello. I'm gonna give you a call right back so we can put you on a different phone so everybody can hear you. I can call you at this number. All right. Yeah. So
What's up, Benny?
that's some of the stuff.
The question is, Celine says she don't have no ex.
Right?
Get outta here.
Look. None?
You never had a boyfriend before, Ron? Not a step buddy? You funny. Anyway, Ben.
You said not a step, buddy. Let me take this call.
All right,
real
I'm gonna
quick.
give it to myself. We got a call.
Hey, this is Marc5. You on the radio live with DJ Manny Strong and Marc5 with the Goodfellas.
Okay, I'm calling you from the ABB for life.
What's up, Becky?
What's up? I'm calling Alicia here because I want to comment on. Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Go ahead. We listening.
Yeah, I want to comment on the kids down on South Street and maybe you right. We could use men,
Yeah.
but y'all have to realize that this nigga is, first of all, man, something to those kids, for the kids today. You want to fuck the mom.
You said you're going to fight the mom.
Because the mom is out of control, and 9 times out of 10, the everything that he still comes from, it's out of prejudice.
The crack baby mamas.
Sacrifice, they, if they're not sacrificing, they're other sacrificing.
Right.
And they have no control. And society has made these kids so they can do the things they want to say. Once they let the kids know, your mother is you call out. So we know this. But I don't know mine. I'm going to call you. Ask them. And that's not what we do today. And anybody that knows me from every community, I've always been about it. I made kids go 15 years and go lay down across the street and go get sick, get some stuff, but they go, listen, now I go down.
Right.
But let me ask you a question about that though. Can you hear me?
Go ahead,
My question to you is, you said that if you say something to the child, then you're gonna have to fight with the parent.
No, that's Manny. He was saying if you say something to the child, then you're gonna have to fight the parent.
Um, I agree, but I'm like this, if the child is doing something that's detrimental to someone else, I'm gonna fight the child anyway, so I might as well fight both of them.
He said, I don't know if you heard him, but he was saying that if the child is doing something detrimental to a situation, a person, or their property, then basically, to make a long story short, I'm gonna kick the child ass and the parent ass.
Because you can't just allow these children to continue to do what they're doing, because see, what happens is we don't say something to them as their peers, as the same race, their big brothers, sisters, mothers, fathers, and uncles, then I don't want to make it a race thing, but when the other person does, it's going to be at the end of the gun.
You heard him, Becky? He was saying basically we can't let these kids do what the hell they want to do. We need some adults to step the game up so we can start shutting this down because that's basically letting the kids run the planet. You agree? Right. Right. Right, right. Right. Well, real quick before we let you go, we definitely appreciate you up the way doing what you do with the kids. But your fucking sons, of course, ain't nobody gonna talk back to you anyway. With those sons that you got, they gonna let them talk to their mom anyway, like that anyway.
But thanks for calling in.
Go ahead, I'm listening. What's up, Felicia? You on the radio?
Exactly.
That's true.
Listen,
Right. I agree.
I'm going to thanks for calling in.
Thanks for calling in, y'all. All right, much love.
I'm going to interject. You know me, I like to get controversial. I agree with everything she said, both of them. But there's the issue with the parent that is handling their business, that does do what they do what they supposed to do with their children. And the child still goes out there and sucker punches an older person or hangs with that crew that gets into trouble. You can't always pass it off on parents.
That's true.
Some parents are out there working hard. Some children have both parents at home. Once a child can make up their own mind to do right or wrong, you can't blame that on a parent.
That's where it's at. Well, one of the YouTube viewers said some parents be right along with their kids on some dumb hits.
Like I said, I agree.
Right.
But what about the ones that's not? Now, I drive, so I'm in and out the city. I drive all around. Someone said to me, "Oh yeah, all the black kids are getting in trouble because it ain't nothing to do." Bullshit.
Yeah, that's.
The pools are opening. I ride past, and where me, Sean Anderson, and all of us used to ride around and jump out the cars in every neighborhood and just play basketball or football all day, every day. I ride through, and these nice basketball courts too,
Right.
are empty. If you ride past Ashford Homes on a nice day,
Two,
courts
three people.
are empty.
Right.
But if you go up the hill and you go in the pit, the ones that's old enough are at the pit or they're standing around the pit.
Right.
See, when I was a kid and my parents was out drinking or smoking or out partying, whatever, in the summertime, you know what they would tell us? Go play some damn.
Mm-hmm.
Go pick up your ball. Go get your
And
game or whatever. You
Get
wasn't
out of grown
allowed
folks'
to sit
conversation.
around with grown folks and handle what grown folks do.
That's right.
So we got to stop as a people saying there's nothing here for our child to do or these kids to do. You're making excuses for them to sucker punch your mother, your father, your sister, your daughter, to stomp them out.
But what makes me mad about that situation, bro, is this. People say they don't care until it's their grandmother, their mother, or their sister, or something like that. Something happened to them, and then everybody wants to be in an uproar and complain. So what we have to do as people, like Felicia just was saying, is work together as a village. Like if somebody's punching, I don't know, somebody else's grandmother, I don't know, I'm thinking like, damn, that could have been my grandmother.
Exactly.
Like, damn, that could have been my mother. Or that could have been my sister. Yo, dude, and we got to start as, I say men, because I'm a man, stepping up and taking back our families and our households and, just taking charge. And then the women have to understand that, back to a topic that you said is, when I come in your life, if you got a son and your son is acting off the hook and I grab his ass up, don't sit there and get all defensive like, oh, that's my son, do that to my son. But then when he acting like an ass, you want to try to use me as the executioner.
Right.
No, if you're going to basically be in a relationship with a man, let that man be a man and, be basically the head of the household.
Yeah, my thing is this, and I get so upset, and I know y'all get ready to get mad at me. A lot of people take components of what these children are out here doing or bad people in the streets are doing as, oh, there's not two parents in the house. Oh, crack baby. Oh, poverty. Oh, they don't have this. Listen, fuck all of that. If they're doing something right there at that moment that you know that's detrimental to yours or anybody else's health or life, stop it and then deal with the issue of what they don't have in their life later. Mm-hmm. Sure, we know a lot of us come from broken situations, but we're all not broken.
Nope.
When did we become a people that mind your business? Do you know minding your business will get 6 bullets shot through your fucking house?
Yeah.
Because
Mind
most
your
of the
business.
time, the innocent people, the ones that get hit and
Exactly.
get involved in stuff, they ain't had nothing to do with it.
If you came to the door and you said, "Well, excuse me, young man, I see y'all having a nice day or whatever out here. Let's keep it nice. Please do me a favor. Don't sit on my car, or I really don't allow people standing on the corner." If
Right,
you
right.
say something to them, they're going to leave. And if they don't, then that's when you got to call the cops. A lot of people like snitching and that. I don't give a fuck
Man,
about
fuck
that.
that snitching. One thing, I'm gonna tell you what one of my old heads said to me, that the game is messed up. And I was like, what you mean? He said the game is messed up because of a simple fact. When you're in the street and you're living a certain life, and like say for example, me and man, we in the street hustling, and man do something and I go snitch. That's a snitch. We're in that life. We accept certain rules of the street. But if your grandmother is going working at a bakery and she get robbed and go to the cops and tell the cops, yo, this person did it, this is, his description and everything, she's not a snitch. She's not in that lifestyle. The rules don't apply to her.
Let me tell you something, bro. I spent most of my 20s up at SCIC Camp Hill, right? These same cats that come through here talking about, oh, snitch, we do this to snitches and that, that's out here in the street, they dry snitch all day, every day in jail. And I'm going to tell you how they do it. If I'm in a cell and I've been locked up for 3 years, and Mark come to the cell, and I know him from the bricks, or I just know him from the area, or he's from Philly, because it's different neighborhoods or different states, and we get to talking, and he starts telling me about the bull black who killed somebody down on Diamond Street. He just fucking snitched.
Yeah, absolutely.
They dry snitch all day.
Yeah.
If you're talking to anybody in the street about who killed somebody, who robbed somebody, you snitching.
Mm-hmm.
When you don't know, you just don't know.
Right.
Snitches, they talk.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all got it twisted on what's the rule of who don't tell.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? And like he said, if me and him dope dealers, and we going to make a move, and they pull us over and they find dope in the car, I ain't got no rap.
That's the life that we choose.
I ain't got no rap. But let me tell you something. I don't live that life anymore. If you in my car and they pull us over and they find dope, nigga, you better say it's yours.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I ain't going to jail for dope. I'm going to be going to jail for murdering your ass in that cell. You better take it because it ain't mine.
Yeah.
But I ain't going to tell them it ain't mine.
I'm going to look at you like.
I'm not even going to look at you.
Look.
We'll figure it out when we get to the cell.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't got no rap. So y'all can go on about who going to tell or this and that. Man, fuck that. Innocent people out here getting hurt and killed because y'all ain't saying nothing. Yeah. And it ain't about being a gangster. It's how you do it. I'm on one of the most drug-infested neighborhoods and corners in the city. If you ride down my block right now and you go on my corner, you won't see a drug dealer on the corner. If you take 10 steps this way, you're going to see him. If you take 10 steps there, you're going to see him. I never had an altercation. I go to the door. I let them know you can't stand it. If they say something smart, I walk to the door with my dog. I got a soul eater. My dog will eat the bullshit out of them. Once they see my dog, they move. They know old head ain't playing. I address them good morning, good afternoon. Hey, young buck, yeah, I'm on, whatever they want to call me. As long as you don't stand on this corner. I live on a corner.
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't never been gangster. Y'all know me. I like to laugh, joke. I used to, I have fun. That's just that. Never been no gangster. It's how you carry yourself.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with these boys.
Stop being scared. Tell these young bucks, man, pull your pants up. Yeah. I tell them all day.
Yeah.
So what you think about that? I'm reading somebody comment right here. Yvette said kids get in trouble because that's what the hell they want to do. It's the truth.
Right, right.
It's the truth. It's crazy. But you know what? Tables is turning. I used to, when I was coming up, remember all the young girls used to be pregnant. If I wasn't making it pregnant. But now, half of them ain't even having no babies now.
No.
Like, I be wondering to myself, damn, I wonder can they get pregnant? All these pills and shit that they taking and the K that they smoking.
Yeah.
Y'all
It's
mind
messing their system up.
if y'all kids out here or y'all people that's out there that's doing that's popping these perks, I don't care. I don't care if y'all get mad. Popping these perks, smoking that K, and I'm talking about popping those perks, and you ain't got shit wrong with you. You's a modern day crackhead.
Well, the rappers promoting it, that I don't understand. But we gonna get back to that as soon as we come back from this quick break on the radio.
When y'all come back from this break, let's talk about the modern day crackheads that's out there.
That sounds like a plan. You're listening to DJ Manny Strong and Marc5 on Sador Radio.
The
Goodfellas. Watch this. This is how we gonna do this.
We still live here, y'all. Don't go nowhere. I'm just throwing my joint in the trash. Yeah, bro, they be scared.
Yeah.
Like you never came out my hood and see niggas on that corner.
No.
I just
That's
say it loud.
like, yo, I don't want y'all to start like arguing and stuff in front of my door and the bullet comes to my damn one.
And listen, and it happens down the street from me 2 blocks ago, on the same block, but up the street, lights flashing. They find somebody drove, 2 people was dead in the car. They drove them to my block. They had set them on fire, and the car they killed them and tried to set them on fire, and the car didn't burn up the way they wanted to, so they must have drove them over, and it wasn't, they ain't from Philly because they had Jersey tags, so they drove them over here and left the damn SUV. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I go to the door, the cops talking about go back in, it's none of your business. It is my business.
Somebody, yeah, what's up with that?
What's wrong with you?
Yeah, this one in front of my damn door in my block. How's not my business?
I ain't got to go nowhere.
Yeah,
I ain't going nowhere, sir. You know me, I grab my phone. I'm glad I ain't get shot.
You like that? Spins do that all the time.
We got to definitely stop being scary, man. Hey, Felicia, Becky, thanks for calling in, man.
Yeah, appreciate y'all.
That was some real good stuff that y'all was talking about.
Big time.
That's a whole other topic though, because it's sad.
Where's Becky when she's coming to you?
Yeah, Becky, we need to know when you're coming here to the show. You've been saying that since our last show. But that crack area is crazy because I look back on it and I was a detrimental part to that, man. And I say to myself, damn, I really did that.
A lot of boys that tell me, they be like, yo, bro, it's like, yeah, I be looking at him on the platform. I be like, damn. But that was the whole thing. You give somebody some fish, teach them how to fish, and they see they eating. Not that.
Yeah, but it's sad now. Like I said, that I look at it and I be like, dang. I used to justify my hustling, selling crack.
Somebody go get it
as being as a good Samaritan because I didn't sell to pregnant women.
I know.
Or I didn't trick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I used to just be like I was a good drug dealer. They a good drug dealer.
Yeah.
Like,
I gave them a discount. Like,
yeah,
they had the whole thing. They only had $4.50.
You took money from them all year long, and they're gonna give them a
whole
ass
free.
turkey.
Nino Brown type.
Turkey, they ain't got no heat, no gas to fix it with, no pasta cooking it. Like I was a rotten dude. Like I'm sorry, I want to say that firsthand. Like I apologize, and that's another reason besides the gold mine that I know I live in, because I know what's going on. That's another reason why I don't pack up and run from Kansas.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? I know what I've done, and I know that I can endure. Yeah. So I stay for this wave, because there's a wave coming. You know what I mean? I've been trying to buy everything up, down here like crazy.
Yeah.
Because the turnover ratio is
crazy. That was part of
like right plan. Now, while the zombies are walking around, a certain price down there, rent is $1,200.
I heard they're going to do a story or something down there. Somebody told me they're going to do a story down there.
A documentary under the boy right there. It's all over. Yeah.
Who was it?
Under the bridge. There's some white boy who did it.
Did it?
Yeah.
There's something. I bet you got the funding too.
By himself.
No, that
he did it, made the money, and it, he never come back and bless him with nothing.
Yeah.
But even with that, when all the black people was looking on it, It was a catastrophe. Now it's an epidemic.
Yeah, as soon as you know how that goes, as soon as white people start getting it.
You know, it still don't make it right. I can't walk through the avenue without seeing needle again.
Sometimes what I see, and I'm on that L chain. Wow. So you can see, well, they so ignorant, man. This cat
Wow. You still here with me. You still here with me.
Yeah, that's funny.
Hey, I'm having a ball here, man.
That's funny.
James, what's going on, Bob? I ain't seen you in a while, man. But it's good to know you still doing good.
Which James is it?
Dawkins. I think he drive the truck, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So, Leah, what you say? We crazy? We still trying to figure out why you talk about Ron. Only one. But I'm gonna keep that tuck because you said keep it tuck. But that's crazy though. I can't remember Celia Franklin. Any other words?
Yeah, you watching.
I can't remember. It's good though that I don't have to remember because Ryan was always my man. I always liked him. Always.
Yeah, he cool people, man.
Yeah.
And he fit right in with everybody.
Never had no problem.
He fit right in.
Well, if he did, I never knew.
You know.
Good peoples, man. Good peoples.
Yeah,
I like to think that there's a lot of people. What's up with that fish fry? Yeah, I missed the last one. I still be wearing your shirt too. I think me and you the only ones that
Yeah, I
still wear
just watched
shirts.
it the other day, matter of fact, going to the doctors.
Look, I got caught painting in the shirt and was like, oh shit, I can't mess this up. Only got one.
Yeah, 2 or 3.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you are blessed, man. You are very blessed. You are blessed. Man. You said that you need to be on the phone. No, Felicia, you need to come to the show, man.
Always support.
You need to, yeah. Celia,
Everything.
every time I turn around, she supports.
Everything.
That's why I don't
The
mind.
one person that, like, you know, no
Yeah.
matter, and I'm like, damn. Like, wait a minute, where
And
this
you
money
be back
come
with us again, too? That's what's up. She said October the 5th is in Fayetteville.
What?
She said it's in Fayetteville.
Where the hell is
October the
Fayetteville?
5th. Ain't that in North Carolina, South Carolina?
I don't know. That's what it is.
What that's that? In the Carolina?
Fayetteville. Fayetteville.
Fayetteville.
Yeah, that sounds like.
That's the Carolina. We love you more.
When is it?
She said October the 5th.
Oh my God,
That's a 6-hour ride though.
If
6 or
going,
8 hour ride.
I don't know what we doing though. I think
Yeah, North Carolina.
I think
My cousin Brian is out of Fayetteville. Oh no, he just moved
I
back
need
to
North Carolina jersey.
He said he needed to go to
Some
Carolina.
jersey. You know,
Hey,
I'm a North
listen,
Carolina fan.
listen, that was the first being out North Carolina was the first place that I seen fucking McDonald's had 40s.
I ain't never see that. You telling me something?
Yeah, they got beer and all that in their McDonald's and all their stores down there.
McDonald's is something. $1 billion company.
Yeah.
What we got? All right, we gotta come back. Damn, we only got 5 minutes. Time flew.
Yeah, because when you having fun. You paying bills, Angel? What you laughing at? Is Piggly Wiggly still down there in Fayetteville? Yeah, nah, no more.
We can come back.
Ready? Come back. Yeah, she said,
You motherfuckers think you big time? Fucking with Jay-Z, you gonna die big time. Here come the pain.
Hey, you back with the Goodfellas?
What up, ready?
Oh. You're back with the Goodfellas. Shador Radio, DJ Manny Strong.
Marc5.
Basically, we touched a lot of topics. I had a lot of fun. I told Mark that somebody left a fucking fingernail at the station. Let me see that.
Yeah.
If this is your fingernail, and you lost the fingernail, go get your shit from the station.
It'll be in the lost and found.
We are lost and found by.
Look, we gonna make one. Just for the fingernail. It'll be in a cup.
But listen, I told Marc5, I said today's show, since it's our first, and really my second time at the, no, it's my third time at the new station. I said let's just go in here and freestyle, go in here and have some fun, make up topics on the fly. There's only two topics that we talked about that we actually really wanted to talk about. We just wanted to give it a fly and let y'all know that the Goodfellas is here to stay. And she laughing at picking good. And so I just want to let y'all know that a lot of times that we come on, like I said, we're not going to be politically correct. Sometimes we just gonna laugh and joke and shoot the shit. But when we do come on, we always want to make sure that we touch on topics that's needed or therapeutic for someone out there to hear. Because a lot of people are scared to talk or tell people what they really need to know. Via that boogie in your nose. I hate a motherfucker that will let a boogie be in somebody's nose.
They call themselves a friend.
You know what I mean? I really wanted to talk about friends. I just need people to understand this, that because you are someone's best friend, it doesn't mean that they're your best friend.
Absolutely.
Now, it doesn't mean that they don't love you or don't like you any less, but it's all right to be somebody else's best friend and they have someone else as a best friend. Just don't get upset if that's the case. Tone it down and be prepared that you're not their best friend. And don't hate on their best friend. Because a lot of people do that. I just went through a situation like that, and I didn't know that this person looked at me as a best friend. I just thought we was cool, and they really was heartbroken, and I had to break it down to them that I apologize. I do look at you as a friend. Um, no, actually, I'm lying. I didn't say that. I said I looked at you as an associate because it's a difference. We did associate shit. We didn't do friendship shit. And I guess sometimes me as trying to be a truthful person, I came off too raw and they couldn't handle it. So just be aware of that. And these are the things that I like to talk about on a lot of experience that I go through to let y'all know, not saying that y'all don't know, but to let y'all know so y'all can be aware that that motherfucker sitting next to you might not be your best friend. That don't mean that they don't like you, dislike or don't love you anymore. Okay, Angel, you said it's been fun. You looking forward to the next time? Okay, you always been a supporter from day one.
Man, I appreciate all the supporters, man. All those people that support us around the board. That's just like
y'all gonna have to come to that Sador cookout that we're trying to put together for y'all.
Absolutely. Just to show y'all, man, we appreciate y'all.
Yeah, like I said, plus it's therapeutic. We're gonna get it together. Also, real soon I'm going to be looking for not just supporters of the radio station. I'm going to be looking for sponsors. Sponsors with the sponsorships that I'm willing to try to offer is going to be shorts, cash donation. But with the following and the backing that we have here at the station and with our social media, and I do mean as a team, and I use that word strong, we will be able to promote and push certain things that you'll also have. For instance, if you're having a fish fry and you wanted to promote it, besides Facebook, we have over how many in that group? We have over 6,000, 7,000 followers that's on there faithfully that listen. We can help you with your fish fry. Not only that, we can help you sell some, let alone buy some, whether you hiring us or not. See, a lot of people don't deal with us if they're not hiring us, and I don't think that's right to do. As a DJ, if you ain't hiring me, damn, you ain't invite me to the party.
Ain't that some goofy stuff, man?
Yeah, like
People be doing
and it's
some
out of their
goofy
own
stuff.
guilt. Like you get to spend your money on who you want.
Yeah, basically.
But damn, still invite me. I'm gonna tell you if I'm booked or not. You know what I'm saying? But I do want your money, but I'm gonna tell you if I'm booked or not. But yeah, the sponsorship. And it varies because, like I said, where I can't, I might know somebody that can. You're trying to lose weight. You need a personal trainer. Like I am well connected with a lot of people, and I'm willing to put that out there if you're willing to also help. As we all know, I just put that on my post today, but there's really not too many things free in life. Um, so sometimes you do have to pay, but just look at it like you helping yourself as well as helping another. And that's how I look at it. And for those who think I'm bullshitting, like I said, when this bus get to rolling, it ain't stopping.
And boy, it's about to start rolling.
I drag a motherfucker. I ain't got no, I ain't got no problem with dragging you down the side of the fucking gully.
Yeah.
So,
Well, real quick. Now let's talk some radio business. First, I want to welcome our new radio show that's coming in August. The Brown Girls. We got this radio show coming in August, straight out of Harlem, New York. They're not here. They're actually going to be in Harlem, New York, but they will be here on Sador Radio doing their show every Sunday. They'll be on from the second and fourth Sunday, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. So you can check them out also on YouTube. They'll be out of Harlem, New York. I want to send a shout out to Dear Diva. Earlier today, she was here. Her time changed. She's now on Thursdays from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. the second and fourth Thursday.
shout out to Diva. Didn't something I heard just get picked up on TV again?
Oh yeah, definitely check DU Diva Entertainment Unlimited DEU out
Right.
because she's actually on Comcast with her shows and stuff like that. She's doing big things. Then we got Saturdays. Make sure y'all tune in on Saturdays with Joy and Tony here on Sador Radio, which I'm not mistaken, this is the second Saturday, right? So they'll be on this Saturday. Make sure you tune in with them 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. with Joy and Simply D here on the Be Mindful Show. And check us out the second and fourth, the Goodfellas here on Sador Radio. Intertwine, we're working behind the scenes. Shout out to all the writers from Intertwine. A big cast. That's all I can say. Power and what's the other thing I use? I say Power and Young and the Restless in one. So make sure y'all tune into that. So all the radio show hosts that's here on Sador Radio, I appreciate you. Make sure y'all check out every day, second and fourth week on Sador Radio with all the different shows. I can't shout out everybody because I'll be all day.
Well,
Sound
I'm
like
ready
an
to come
info-
back, so
sound
you
like
can
an
shout
info-
that out.
Look, sound like an info commercial or something. They come on late. Also, Talk That Ish on the second and fourth Friday. 9 to 11.
Yeah, that's
9
when
to
I get
11.
gutter.
That's when he get gutter. That's why he's on from 9 to 11. So make sure y'all tune into that. Please make sure you share the YouTube channel. It's very important for you to subscribe to the YouTube channel. You go to YouTube, you type in Sador Radio. You'll find all the shows that's here on Sador Radio. You'll be able to watch it. We are growing. We are growing. When I say growing, we're 13 shows in. And throughout the years, we lost some, we gained some. And the ones that were supposed to be here, still here. The ones that's coming will be here.
And like Puffy said, we just won't stop. Once
we
again,
won't
before
stop.
Mark
Definitely
forget, shout out to Abbotsford. That reunion is coming up on
24th.
August the 24th.
Yep.
It's going down. We have Nas from Black Entertainment, Mr. Will, and Boona.
Right.
Boona Brinkley put that together. So shout out to Boona too. I miss a lot of things that Boona does because I'm busy somewhere else.
Yeah.
But he does a lot. I don't care what anyone says. He does a lot.
Yeah.
So he's giving back. So shout out. I'm not DJing the event. DJ Will is, that's Goon, aka Goon. But I will be there to get my sets in. After I finish with my event during that daytime, I will be there. And we're going to just have a big festivity.
Definitely.
And last and final for me, if y'all don't have that app on y'all phone, y'all missing them slow jams that I be running through at night.
Oh yeah, the Relax with 3 X's show.
Yeah, the relaxation show, man. Check it out, man. I really take my time to put those mixes together. I mean, I'm gonna put a little disclaimer because I can't be held accountable for y'all making love and having babies, but I do make that music for that occasion.
Dig this real quick. We talked earlier, and since basically we like the bosses of the station, so we can go over. Look, but we talked earlier about people relationships and stuff like that, and how it's whack, and you don't give it up no more. It's after 9 o'clock. So y'all don't get the ass up no more and people get dry and all that. We have a show that comes on Monday through Thursday that if you just put that on, tablet, computer, phone, Alexa, whatever, if you basically play that music, that's the soundtrack of getting it in. And that's real talk.
Well, rap.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna leave. Let's go. So I need to go put that on right now.
Oh, and you know what? Last thing, I know we keep saying last thing. Every last Friday of the month that I'm doing my Talk That Is show,
Right,
I had put it on pause for a minute. I do new artist spotlights.
right,
It's two young men from Abbotsford that I have to get with.
right.
I'm still waiting for them to send me their music. I put them on hold though, so I want to apologize. We get ready to start getting that in real soon. There's no fee. I just need to get y'all here. We have a good time, and I get y'all put out there as much as I can. So I need y'all to be aware of those two things. The midnight show that comes on what time?
10,
10 to 5 o'clock in the morning,
yep, all night.
and the Talk That Is show.
All right. So on that note, we appreciate everybody with your comments and the topics and sharing the YouTube channel and the Facebook channel and the radio station. And we doing it, man. We doing it, So on that note, this for all y'all old heads.
And you have been got by the Goodfellas.
You
Have a
got
good one.
I see something watching this.
You still on ready?
Watch this. Psych. The old school.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom, then I want to hear Jimmy Jones.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I like this. I gotta get one. Now, where you get that from Five Below?
I be going to Amazon. Peace. Say peace to the camera, bro. Peace. Peace.